안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 홍콩투자청 한국사무소의 서영호 대표입니다. 오늘 참석해 주신 여러분께 감사의 말씀을 전해드립니다. 본 웨비나를 위하여 물신양면으로 지원해 주신 코트라 관계자분들에게 감사의 말씀을 전합니다. 그리고 홍콩경제무역대표부의 많은 지원도 감사의 말씀을 전해드립니다. 참고로 본 웨비나 마지막 순서에 질의 및 응답 시간이 있습니다. 질문을 남겨주시면 연사들이 답변을 하도록 하겠습니다. 첫 순서로 홍콩투자청 지미창 부청장님의 환영사가 있겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome all of you for joining this webinar organized by Invest Hong Kong on current consumer trends and market entry models in the Hong Kong market. Invest Hong Kong is the government department dedicated to attracting and supporting foreign companies to set up and expand their businesses in Hong Kong. Today, we are very pleased to co-organize this webinar with KOTRA with the support of the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office. So I would just like to say a big thank you to our important partners for their valuable support. This webinar focuses on the consumer market in Hong Kong. Despite that, our economy is being hard hit by the pandemic, just like in many other countries. The purchasing power of local Hong Kong people remains pretty strong. In our consumer market, we noticed that e-commerce sales has been skyrocketing since the virus outbreak at the beginning of this year. Meanwhile, certain market segments are still doing reasonably well. For example, supermarkets, grocery stores, bookstores, and other lifestyle-related concepts, even at their brick-and-mortar stores. And I have to emphasize that the K-culture is very popular in Hong Kong, from movie to drama to food and beauty products. We believe that there's still a lot of market potential in Hong Kong for Korean brands, particularly in those segments like fashion, homeware, consumer electronics, and so on. And especially Hong Kong has already launched commercial 5G services this year. This is going to provide huge support for the development of our digital ecosystem, which will certainly benefit e-commerce. Hong Kong's fundamentals remain very robust. Our high degree of economic freedom and low and simple taxes are always valued by investors. Shortly, you will hear from my colleagues and our guest speaker from Hong Kong TV more on the latest consumer trends in Hong Kong, as well as how to set up a business in our city, from which you may further grow to the Greater Bay Area, the whole mainland China, and the rest of Asia. To conclude, Invest Hong Kong is always here to support you, grow your business in and via Hong Kong. If there's anything we can assist you, please don't hesitate to contact us, my colleagues in Hong Kong and Seoul. Finally, I wish all of you good health and a very fruitful webinar. Thank you very much.
다음 순서로 홍콩경제무역대표부 토마스 우 대표님의 개사가 있겠습니다.
Good morning. I'm delighted to meet you online and hope that all of you in both Korea and Hong Kong are safe and healthy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Hong Kong and Korea have all along maintained very strong ties in many areas. Korea is our sixth major trading partner and Hong Kong is Korea's fifth. With the mutual visa-free arrangements, about 700,000 Hong Kong visitors came to Korea and about 1 million Koreans visited Hong Kong last year. As of December 2019, there were about 190 flights connecting Hong Kong and various cities in Korea every week. Apart from frequent people-to-people exchanges, the increasing popularity of the Korean pop culture in Hong Kong has given rise to increasing demand for a wide range of Korean products such as electronic goods, mobile phones, food items, as well as cosmetics and personal care products. I wish to assure our Korean friends that Hong Kong is one of the best places to do business. According to the World Bank's Doing Business 2019 reports, Hong Kong ranked 4th globally on the ease of doing business. Hong Kong also practices a simple tax system with low tax rates. We pursue a free trade policy and do not maintain barriers in trade. Besides, Hong Kong continues to be the springboard to China, in particular the Greater Bay Area, covering over 71 million people with the GDP of 1.6 trillion US dollars. Cosmetics and toiletries of Hong Kong origin can enjoy zero tariff preference when entering the mainland market under CEPA, that is, the Closer Economic Partnership Agreement, which gives Hong Kong companies, including the foreign ones incorporated in Hong Kong, a greater access to the mainland markets. Recently, Hong Kong is undergoing challenges. In view of the escalating violence and vandalism over the past year, the Hong Kong National Security Law was promulgated with the objective to safeguard national security and restore social order. This will lay a more solid foundation and create more development prospects for local and foreign companies. The law only covers 4 types of acts with an intent to seriously endanger national security. For local and foreign companies operating in Hong Kong, the law will not affect the way they conduct business, engage in market activities, handle business information, conduct analysis, or express opinions. Neither will the law affect normal exchanges between individuals, organizations, and their foreign counterparts. I wish to take this opportunity to reaffirm the government's commitment to upholding the one country, two systems, the rule of law, and the protection of various rights and freedoms in Hong Kong. The fundamental strengths that underpin Hong Kong's success as an international business center, including the rule of law, judicial independence, free flow of information and capital, freedom of speech and expression, etc., will remain unchanged. Hong Kong will continue to build a world-class business environment to maintain visitors' confidence in operating in Hong Kong. Last but not least, I'm sure that this webinar can help you explore business opportunities in Hong Kong's cosmetics and personal care sectors. Please feel free to contact us or our Invest Hong Kong colleagues if you have any questions. Good luck and all the best. Thank you very much.
다음 순서로 홍콩투자청 소비재팀 안젤리카 룽 팀장님, 에밀리 초이 선임 매니저님의 발표가 있겠습니다.
Hello from Hong Kong to all our listeners in Korea. Let me first take a few moments to introduce what is Invest Hong Kong. So we are a government department and we help companies from the planning stage to expansion. So whether you are new to Hong Kong or a long-standing investor or even a startup, we can give you facilitation and services. For example, in the planning stage, we can give you information on the market entry models and the business opportunities. When you do set up in Hong Kong, we can help you with opening a bank account, introduction to service providers, and of course, in introduction to the locations where are best suited for your retail brand. When you launch, we can provide public relations support. And of course, after you set up, we make sure you're happy in Hong Kong and keep in contact with you and let you know the latest government funding and growth opportunities. A little bit about Hong Kong. So our population is about 3/4 the size of Seoul at around 7.5 million people over an area of 1,000 square kilometers. And in 2019, Korea was one of the very popular destinations for almost 700,000 Hong Kong visitors. I'd now like to pass the time to Emily to talk about the growing interest in Korean culture.
Hong Kong people are very much interested in Korean culture and they are getting more and more interested. The latest Korean K-drama talk in town is It's Okay to Not Be Okay, where people keep on watching it and discussing about it. as you can see on the screen, where there's a newspaper clip on the TV, on the K-drama. Apart from K-drama, Hong Kong people also listen to a lot of K-pop, and a lot of them are studying Korean language in Hong Kong. Apart from that, Korean Cultural Center was set up in Hong Kong 2 years ago, which organized various activities, for example, art exhibitions, K-beauty workshop, K-dance workshops, and so on. Korean cosmetics is definitely a very big hit in Hong Kong. As you can see on this slide, we have shown you a list of Hong Kong cosmetics imports broken down according to the origin of the country or territory. You can see that Korea, cosmetics from Korea, the value import is ranks the top among all other countries and territories. It is very common for Hong Kong media to discuss about which kind of eyebrow pencil is the best, and what kind of Korean cosmetics and skincare is the best. And they are always on the hunt for new brands, new trials, and some comments. Apart from Korean cosmetics, Korean fashion, Korean electronics, appliance, Korean home products, and also gifts are definitely big hit in Hong Kong. And Hong Kong media always discuss about what kind of things are popular in Korea, so that Hong Kong consumers will try to buy them either in Hong Kong or through e-commerce, through Gmarket. So there is definitely a lot of opportunities for Korean retail companies in Hong Kong. So what kind of products are popular in Hong Kong nowadays? Here you can see a number of pictures. They are all about my friends, what they are doing in Hong Kong. Right now, they are spending more time in Hong Kong, at home with their family, with their kids, and they are trying to enjoy more home life. Hygiene, sanitization products are definitely big hits in Hong Kong, as well as personal care and beauty. As you can see, some of my friends do masks with their husbands at home. Wellness, sports, anything of sports that can be done at home. For example, yoga, home fitness. Also, some Hong Kong people are trying to run more and hike more during the weekends when it's more comfortable and more safe to do so. They are also spending more time at home, so home appliance like cooking appliances and also household products are also getting a big hit in Hong Kong. Sustainability products also getting popular as Hong Kong people think more about the planet, and also toys, because Hong Kong people are spending more time with their kids now. So how do Hong Kong consumers shop? In Hong Kong, physical shops were very dominant in Hong Kong. Now, still quite dominant, but not as dominant as before. And it is more common for Hong Kong consumers to visit the shopping malls near their home, which can be in the suburban areas. E-commerce has been surging a lot in terms of popularity, and our guest speaker from Hong Kong TV Mall will talk about that more in this webinar. So for the suburban shopping malls in Hong Kong, there has been a number of suburban shopping malls having been built in Hong Kong these recent years. Some of them are in the east part of Hong Kong, for example, in Tseung Kwan O, in Ma On Shan, and a number of them in the west part of Hong Kong, for example, Yuen Long, Tuen Mun, and Tsuen Wan West. These are all getting popular these days. We would like to share with you an example of a Korean company, F&F, which acts as a licensee of MLB brands in Hong Kong and Macau. They have 5 shops in Hong Kong. A number of them are in the business and shopping districts, but they also have 1 shop in Kowloon Bay, which is a residential district plus emerging business district. Apart from the regular stores, which require 2 years lease at minimum. Short-term stores called pop-up stores are also getting popular. Usually they are of 1 to 3 months lease. And to rent a pop-up store, usually the shopping mall would want to discuss with the brand owner. So it is always useful to register a Hong Kong limited company. As for the operations, like staff, like sales, like logistics supports, there are agencies in Hong Kong who can handle it for you. For e-commerce, Hong Kong TV Mall will tell us more, but some companies are also trying to build their own platforms, like their websites, Facebook pages, and also they use other third-party e-commerce platforms to conduct sales. So how about the mainland visitors, mainland consumers? They used to visit Hong Kong a lot. Now, because of travel restrictions, they cannot come to Hong Kong to visit, but they are still buying from Hong Kong. As you can see from the slide, you can see that the cross-border e-commerce amount, sales amount, has been growing in the past few years, and it is still growing now. They are buying from Hong Kong through cross-border e-commerce. So why do they buy from Hong Kong through cross-border e-commerce? So there are several reasons. One of them being more selections of products, and another is because of tax. If they buy from Hong Kong through cross-border e-commerce, they do not need to pay for import tax. And also for value-added tax and consumption tax, they will be taxed at a lower amount. So they usually buy from Hong Kong through cross-border e-commerce for products on cosmetics and beauty products, baby products, food and beverage, fashion and jewelry. These are the most popular product categories in the cross-border e-commerce landscape, which is more or less consistent with what they buy when they visit Hong Kong. So how to promote your brand in Hong Kong and mainland China? Social media is a very popular channel, and the social media tools used by Hong Kong and mainland markets are slightly different. For example, for mainland, WeChat, Meituan Dianping can be very popular, and also Sina Weibo as well. In Hong Kong, Facebook, Instagram are very popular among the Hong Kong consumers. But the good thing about Hong Kong is that Hong Kong work staff and Hong Kong agencies are all very familiar with both types of social media. So when you set up in Hong Kong, it is very easy for you to target both types of consumers. So one thing we would like to remind you is to register your trademark. The good thing about registering trademark is that once you register a trademark, you will be the only eligible owner of this brand in a particular jurisdiction. Hong Kong, mainland China, Macau, and Taiwan, we have different trademark registration systems, so you are required to submit separate filings. And both of these and all of these regions have the first to file rule, which means the first person who registers the brand obtains the rights to use the brand, even though they may not be really the brand owner, or they may not be the manufacturer themselves. So here's an example for Cuckoo. In Hong Kong, this is a search result from the Hong Kong trademark search system, which you can also search by yourself. You can see that there are several filings of Cuckoo, but they are in different class, which means class means the type of service or product. So you can see that Cuckoo in Korea have registered class 11, which represents home appliance. There are also other companies register Cuckoo for other class number as well, for different logos. If you would like to know more about trademark registration and more about the support, you are welcome to talk to KOTRA, because they are offering subsidies and support to help you register these trademarks. So I'll pass the time to Angelica to talk to you how to get all these started.
As we often get inquiries whether the distributor model is the only way into the Hong Kong market. So coming in the next few minutes, I'd like to talk about 4 different types of market entry models you can consider for Hong Kong and the pros and cons of each of them. So the direct entry model means you have total control, long-term benefits, superior customer relations, and total control also on pricing and promotions. But of course, this model means you need more time, effort, and investment. The second model I want to talk about is the distributor model, which means you have a local partner to share your risks, and the local partner will have existing market knowledge. However, you do need to remember that the client data belongs to your partner, and this partner may represent several brands, including your competitors. How can you encourage your distributor to give you the attention you need? Then I'd like to say the showroom and sales and marketing office model. In this way, the brand owner operates just the showroom and an office. The retail, through multiple channels, can be handled by a retail partner. This way, you can share your risk and you have some control over the operations. Finally, the e-commerce model means you set up an office and a warehouse, and you can service the Greater China, ASEAN, Australia, and New Zealand from a distribution hub in Hong Kong. Then use pop-up stores to supplement your branding. In this model, you do need to invest in marketing, promotion through KOLs, and multi-channel networking. Finally, I'd like to show this slide where we have extracted some of the key Korean brands already available in Hong Kong. We hope to see your name here on this slide very soon. Thank you very much.
다음 순서로 홍콩 TV몰 제클린 룽 선임 매니저님의 발표가 있겠습니다.
Hi everyone, thank you for the invitation, and it's my pleasure to be here to speak with you all and to let you know more about what is HKTV Mall in Hong Kong. My name is Jacqueline, and I'm in charge of the merchant acquisition part in HKTV Mall. Today, I'm going to use about 10 minutes to explain what HKTV Mall is, who are we, and how we can bring value to you. So basically, HKTV Mall is now the Amazon in Hong Kong. Let me share with you some of our brief background. HKTV Mall started our entertainment business back in the year of 2013, and then we have transformed to an online retail business by the year of 2015, as we see that there's a huge potential in the e-commerce industry in Hong Kong. And up till now, in the year of 2020, HKTV Mall has become the largest and the most popular e-commerce platform in Hong Kong. In terms of how popular we are, so currently we have over 3,200 retailers and suppliers listed on our platform, and we have over 340,000 SKUs on our website as well. As you can see from this slide, we have actually received different brands from Korea who are already listed on HKTV Mall, which includes like Blancorp, Samsung, Laneige, Etude House, Industry, some of the Korean supplement brands, and all in all has made us a very strong retail partnership site. And here, I would like to showcase some of the categories where we have a lot of well-loved Korean brands. For fashion, we have Fila, which is one of the very favorable brands among all Koreans right now. It is very popular. And we have Shumaru, a Korean shoe brand. And for lifestyle and beauty, we have Blancorp, where we have various houseware brands like Body Love, like Gong, and these kind of houseware and cleaning brands. And we also have beauty brands from a more Pacific group, which includes like Etude House, Industry, etc. And last but not the least, we have a lot of Korean food stores are available on HKTV Mall already, which includes some of the Korean snacks and dumpling store called GNA International. And we also have one which is very famous in Hong Kong, and they're located in Tsim Sha Tsui area, which is called the New World Korean Mart Shop as well. And as of now, Hong Kong TV Mall has become the #1 top of the mind brand in Hong Kong. So when I say top of the mind, it's actually because we have received an award from Brand Index by YouGov, and which we are the #1 brand in Hong Kong. And from now on, people in Hong Kong, when they think of HKTV Mall, they will immediately associate with online shopping. So what made HKT more successful in Hong Kong is because we have a very well-developed infrastructure. So currently we have 5 different warehouses in Hong Kong, which includes there's like a warehouse just for ambient goods, we have a warehouse just for chilled goods, and a warehouse just for frozen goods. And all in all, we have over 400,000 square feet of fulfillment centers across Hong Kong, different locations. So you may think, why do you have to choose HKTB Mall to be your destination to enter your business in Hong Kong? So first of all, as you can see, we are now the biggest e-commerce platform, and as proven by our gross merchandise value, you can see that we are on an upward trend. And actually, we recently just broke our own sales record again. We have achieved over $80 million in July for our monthly sales, and we are handling an average of 36,000 daily orders per day. And this is a very huge amount of orders, given that Hong Kong, there's only about 7 to 8 million people. So we are very proud of our results, and we are seeing the growth. It's getting stronger and stronger from now on. And in terms of our customers, so basically every 10 people in Hong Kong had made a purchase from us. One of them will have made a purchase from us. We have a very large customer base. So by the year of 2019, actually we have over 823,000 unique customers who have made a purchase from us already. So as you can see from the chart here, from the year of 2015 till 2019, you can see our number of unique customers is actually growing, which show that we can retain our customers as well as having a very strong capacity in acquiring new customers. And in terms of our traffic, which is very important for all e-commerce sites, we are also very proud to say that we have the highest traffic among all shopping malls in Hong Kong, no matter they're online or offline. On a daily basis, we have over 500K over traffic getting into our site daily, and we are receiving over 2,000 new users every day. As you can see from the chart here, it is a screen cap from Google Analytics, which we captured on a normal weekday. On an average normal weekday, we can have over 500,000 of users entering our site, and their browsing behavior is actually pretty amazing because on average, people are spending about 9 minutes and 30 seconds on our site. But when we compare to some analytics from Google, actually people are spending about 2 to 3 minutes on their app or website, then they will bounce and jump into another app. But on our app, actually we can have a lot of different items or different offers to attract our customers to browse up until almost 10 minutes on our app. So you may think, how can I join this platform if I would like to be part of us? So here I'm going to explain a bit about our operations and logistics. So first of all, if you become one of our merchants here, we'll provide you a unique store link, which you can build your own online store here, and you can add different brand features in the store page. And secondly, you can also have different different products to be listed on a website. We can allow you to upload different categories, which range from supermarket to fashion to like sports or even to electronics. Will allow you to upload all sorts of categories, and we do not limit on the number of items that you would like to upload on our platform. And on our backend system, you can choose to do different types of promotions or price control or inventory control. It's all handled by you. You can do it real time, anytime you want. And the best thing about having your own store in a platform is that because we have a very strong CS team, our customer service team. So if there's any questions from your customers related to your products or about logistics, we will have a customer service team to answer the basic questions first. And if there's anything that they can't handle, they will escalate to you. And this will help to alleviate a lot of the workload from the merchant side. And nonetheless, we have various payment gateways available on our platform already, which includes like Visa, Master, Union Pay, and PayMe, which is a very popular Hong Kong payment channel nowadays. And all these are already included in our platform. And we will waive the surcharge incurred by the credit card charges, and this will be included in our commission rate already. And apart from the logistics part, we actually take care of the marketing part for our merchants as well. So we have an ad booking system on our backend system. So merchants can place ads on whatever zones or whatever formats they like from our backend system. It's very user-friendly. You just have to book the dates that you want and the formats that you like, and you can start promoting your goods to the customers. And as you can see from the interface, it's very simple. You can just choose different formats and you can book right away. And in terms of the delivery, apart from the logistics that I mentioned just now, that you have to handle your own shop, actually HKTV Mall will also do the last mile delivery for you. So this is basically how a merchant will work on HKTV Mall. So every morning they will check how many orders they receive from our platform, and they will have to pack all the orders per parcel, and they have to send to our HKTV Mall warehouse by themselves. After that, our delivery truck will deliver all the goods from our warehouse to the customers' homes or their O2O shops or the desired pickup points. Currently, we have over 300 trucks which are running around Hong Kong every day. So you may think it might seem a lot to do as we can provide so much services, but actually it's not very difficult to start your own store in HKTV Mall. You can start for your store at about $160 per month. So we will charge like this. So first year, we'll have a first year setup fee of about $2,000, and we will have another commission rate as per each completed orders. So we're taking, say, personal care products as a reference. The commission rate can range from 18.5% to 24% of the total transaction value of the completed order. And for the annual fee, we will actually have some free credits for you. So as said earlier, we will free about $2,700 of HKTV Mall internal ad credit for our merchants, where they can place ads in their desired channels or their desired format. And apart from that, we'll also provide an almost $400 of Google Shopping ad credit for you, which will be placed by HKTV Mall for merchants to place different types of smart shopping or shopping ads on Google's platform. And after I've talked about so much about how good we are and how easy to join, it's actually very easy to join. There's basically 3 steps. So first of all, we would like you to drop us an email or drop us a WhatsApp message to our sales colleagues, and then we will let you know how to join the process and everything about joining. Then we'll have prepared you an electronic contract, which you can just sign it very simple on our system. And then we'll invite you to attend a training workshop, and we'll let you know how you can maximize your products, how to optimize all the marketing exposure with our workshops, and then you can start your operational trial run afterwards. So thank you very much for your time today. And this is basically the end of my presentation. So I hope you can learn more about HKTV Mall and the e-commerce industry in Hong Kong. And if you're interested, feel free to drop us an email and to let me know how we can assist you to start your e-commerce journey in Hong Kong. Thank you.
홍콩 투자청은 홍콩 정부기관이며 외국 기업의 홍콩 진출을 지원하는 업무를 담당합니다. 정부기관이므로 저희가 제공하는 서비스는 모두 무료이고 대비로 진행을 합니다. 오늘 저는 크게 3가지에 대해서 말씀을 드리고자 합니다. 먼저 홍콩의 사업 환경에 대해서 이야기를 하겠습니다. 다음으로 홍콩을 활용한 중국 및 글로벌 시장 진출에 관해서 이야기를 하겠습니다. 그리고 마지막으로 홍콩 투자청을 어떻게 활용하는가에 대해서 이야기를 하도록 하겠습니다. 지도를 보시면 홍콩은 아시아 시장의 중심부에 위치하고 있습니다. 또한 중국 시장의 관문 역할을 하고 있습니다. 전 세계 인구의 50%가 비행시간으로 5시간 안에 도달될 수 있습니다. 한국과 홍콩의 비행시간은 약 3시간 30분 내외입니다. 다시 말하면 아침에 한국에서 출발을 하시면 점심 이내에 홍콩에 도착해서 사업을 하실 수가 있는 거죠. 지리적으로 아주 유리한 곳에 위치하고 있는 홍콩을 활용하시기 바랍니다. 홍콩 지도입니다. 홍콩은 중국의 광동성, 신천과 바로 접해 있습니다. 따라서 홍콩에서 사업을 시작하면 중국 광동성 및 신천에서 사업을 성공적으로 진행할 수가 있습니다. 신천 및 광동성은 수많은 기업이 밀집해 있는 지역입니다. 중국 경제의 심장이라고도 말을 하죠. 특히 섬유, 의류, 완구 산업이 고도로 발달된 지역입니다. 이러한 측면을 활용하시면 홍콩을 진출해서 광동성 그리고 중국 시장까지 진출하실 수 있는 기회를 가질 수가 있게 되겠습니다. 홍콩과 마카오 그리고 광동성을 아울러서 GBA, 즉 그레이트 베이 에어리라고 합니다. 이 지역의 인구는 약 7천만 명이고 총 GDP는 1조 7천억 불에 달합니다. 홍콩 정부는 GBA 지역을 활성화하고 개발하고자 중국 관련 정부와 긴밀히 업무를 협조하고 있습니다. 홍콩에서 성공하면 광동에서 성공할 수 있습니다. 광동에서 성공하면 중국 본토 시장에서도 성공할 수가 있죠. 이를 발판으로 아시아 및 중동, 유럽 시장까지 진출할 수 있는 기회가 있습니다. 홍콩은 영국의 통치하에 있다가 1997년에 중국에 반환이 되었습니다. 반환 당시 영국과 중국은 향후 50년 동안 영국법을 홍콩에 적용하기로 합의를 했습니다. 따라서 현재 홍콩의 법 체계는 영국법과 동일하게 적용이 되고 있습니다. 모든 회계, 법률 시스템이 영국법을 따르고 있죠. 저는 개인적으로 영국의 런던 투자청 한국 대표를 20여 년 동안 했습니다. 제가 홍콩 투자청 일을 한 지 5년째 되어 가는데요. 홍콩의 모든 관련 법규가 영국과 거의 대동소이하다는 것을 제가 느낄 수가 있었습니다. 영국의 국제법이 통용되는 홍콩을 통해서 전 세계의 시장에 진입할 수 있는 기회가 될 수 있겠죠. 홍콩의 가장 큰 장점 중에 하나는 낮은 세율입니다. 예를 들어 법인세의 경우 16.5%인데 이게 200만 홍콩 달러까지는 50%가 감면된 8.25%가 적용이 됩니다. 소득세는 단일 세율로 15%이고 사회보장세의 경우 직원 부담이 5%, 그리고 회사 부담이 5%입니다. 도표를 보시면 아시겠지만 싱가포르 상해와 비교했을 때 홍콩이 현저히 낮은 세율이라는 것을 아실 수가 있습니다. 또한 홍콩은 부가세가 0%입니다. 관세도 0%입니다. 자본이득세도 없습니다. 배당세와 상속세도 제로입니다. 이러한 홍콩의 세제상의 장점을 활용하시면 홍콩에서 사업하는 데 많은 도움을 받으실 수가 있습니다. 홍콩은 전 세계 투자가들이 아주 선호하는 지역입니다. 인구가 비록 750만 명밖에 되지 않지만 전 세계 FDI, 즉 Foreign Direct Investment만 고려했을 때 미국, 중국 다음으로 전 세계 세 번째에 속하는 지역입니다. 많은 투자가들이 홍콩에 투자를 하고 있다는 것이죠. 8,754개의 해외 기업 중 약 3,955개의 기업이 홍콩의 지역 본부를 설립하고 운영하고 있습니다. 그만큼 홍콩 자체 시장뿐만 아니라 홍콩을 경영한 중국 본토, 아시아, 중동, 유럽 시장까지도 홍콩을 경영한 투자를 이용하여서 진출을 하고 있다는 것을 말해주는 자료입니다. 한국과 홍콩은 아주 긴밀한 관계를 유지하고 있습니다. 홍콩은 한국의 6번째 무역 파트너 국가이고 홍콩은 한국의 5번째 무역 파트너국입니다. 무역 볼륨만 봤을 때는 아주 많은 물동량이 서로 교류되고 있죠. 1,500개가 넘는 한국 기업이 홍콩에 회사를 설립하여 운영을 하고 있습니다. 또한 약 15,000명의 한국인이 홍콩에서 거주를 하고 있습니다. 기본적으로 한국 사람들이 홍콩을 많이 좋아하고 홍콩 사람들도 한국을 많이 좋아합니다. 저희 홍콩 투자청 본청에 어떤 남자 동료는 한국을 23번 방문한 적도 있다고 합니다. 제가 왜 이렇게 한국을 많이 방문하냐고 했더니 자기 취미가 한국을 방문하는 게 취미라고 합니다. 이처럼 한국을 좋아하고 한국 제품을 선호하는 한국인들이 굉장히 많습니다. 이러한 점을 활용하시면 홍콩 시장을 진출하는데 많은 도움이 될 것입니다. 다음은 홍콩 투자청을 활용해서 어떻게 중국 시장을 진입하고 홍콩 투자청을 어떻게 활용할까에 대해서 잠깐 이야기 드리도록 하겠습니다. 홍콩 투자청은 정부기관입니다. 따라서 저희가 제공하는 모든 서비스는 무료이고 대비로 진행을 합니다. 저희를 통해서 홍콩 시장에 대한 정보를 접하시고 또 중국 시장 관련된 정보를 접하시기 바랍니다. 또 여러분의 업체에 맞는, 회사에 맞는 특화된 정보를 저희에게 요청하시기 바랍니다. 저희가 100% 다 지원해 드릴 수 있다고 개런티는 못하지만 최대한 저희가 가지고 있는 자료 또한 저희가 정부에 요청해서 자료를 구해서 여러분들을 지원할 수가 있습니다. 저희를 활용하시기 바랍니다. 또한 만약에 주재원을 홍콩에 보내신다고 하시면 저희가 홍콩移民국과 협력을 해서 비자 신청을 하는데 도움을 드릴 수도 있습니다. 이러한 모든 서비스는 저희가 홍콩 정부 기관이기 때문에 무료로 지원을 해드립니다. 서두에 말씀드렸듯이 홍콩에 진출하면 중국 광동성에 진출할 수 있는 좋은 기회가 됩니다. 또한 홍콩 및 중국 광동성에 진출을 하시면 중국 본토에 진출하실 수 있는 기회가 됩니다. 마지막으로 개인적인 제 바람이지만 많은 한국 기업이 홍콩에 수출도 많이 하시고 진출하셔서 홍콩 및 중국 시장에 잘 진출하고 아시아 시장, 중동 시장, 심지어 북아프리카, 유럽 시장까지 진출하는 많은 한국 기업들이 출연하기를 기대에 마지 않습니다. 제 발표를 들어주셔서 감사합니다. 이상으로 제 발표를 마치도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.